Hey everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and we're here to do a Kurosawa film. We don't do them often because apparently it's a running joke to Joe that apparently I hate Kurosawa.
Yeah, every time I suggest a Kurosawa film, you generally tell me no. Or
I
you're
don't
like
have
or even better, you're like, "Oh, well, let's do something else."
the Wade has no knowledge of this. There's I don't know why. No, the reason is because we did Seven Samurai, and let's do this. No, let's save Seven Samurai for like another time. Let's save it for a bigger episode. I think we saved it for our 5 year anniversary of the Condish episode. Well, we're doing one today. It's 1961's Yojimbo, directed by a director called Kurosawa. Never heard of him. Apparently he's a famous director. I never heard of him. Anyway, uh, I'm
What has he
kidding.
done lately?
Yeah, what has he done? God, did he do Armageddon? I think not. Did he do Transformers 17? I think not. But yeah.
I'd watch a Kurosawa Transformers movie.
Oh yeah, it would just be like Mifune just dressing up like Optimus Prime and being like, "Hey, I'm Optimus Prime," and stab someone. Anyway, so we're here to talk about the movie. Yojimbo. This is after Seven Samurai, like years after. Um, It stars Mifune again, who was the young samurai from Seven Samurai, the wild one.
Hmm.
And here he's more of a, I mean, he's still kind of wild, but like he's more contained, I think.
Um,
He's
we're
mischievous.
we're again dealing with late period Edo. Um, it's a Ronin, so there's it's kind of the fall of the old samurai ways. It's just guys kind of roaming around trying to make a living, and it's all there in the title, Yojimbo, which means bodyguard.
Yeah,
So he's it's set up as he's just kind of going with the breeze. Like I love right after the credits, which they give you something to watch with the credits, which is something I enjoy.
yeah,
Even if it is just a guy walking, like it's something to watch as the credits are going, and it's a place where you can set up character. And one of the key pieces, he gets to a crossroads, and he throws that stick in the air to tell him which way he needs to go,
yeah,
and that takes him to the town of Gunji, I believe it was, that's been run over by two particular crime lords and then a bunch of gamblers.
yeah,
So three different groups that kind of dominate this town as criminals and intimidate the townsfolk and really put a damper on everybody's well-being and causing economic strife. And as he's coming through, he meets a guy who runs an inn who tells him to like get lost like as soon as you can. You don't want to get mixed up in all of this. And that's precisely why he stays. He feels like he needs to make the town better. There's a reason he was brought here, and it's because he is by far and away the best fighter out of anybody. But he just comes up with a really interesting plan to make it work, which is playing the sides against each other and how greedy and how much they would want his services as an ex samurai,
yeah,
and just trying to weasel them out of their own money and at the same time set things right. He's like, it wouldn't hurt that they all got killed, so why don't I initiate a gang war?
yeah. And then he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna join you guys. And then he goes and sits on top of that thing and starts laughing at him.
Yeah,
Like,
as they like nervously get closer to each other to fight,
yeah,
which is one of the
this movie.
great sequences. Like, it's a great, like, because this has its moments of comedy,
Oh yeah, I was not
that
expecting this movie to be like this.
yeah that people don't think of when they think of Kurosawa. This is definitely much more of a comedy.
Yeah, especially when like he first arrives there, and then
Yeah,
he sees that dog with the severed hand with that
yeah,
music. That's kind of the music's kind of comedic and whimsical.
yeah. It's got that Looney Tunes
Yeah,
vibe with the orchestra and the xylophone.
yeah, like there's the casket guy.
Yeah, his business is doing better than ever.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he loves this. Just like,
I did 2 for you guys, but 4 for the other guys. And then, like, I love how the guy sits there and he's like trying to count and figure it out, and he's like, that's good.
yeah, uh, yeah. But then, like, I think like probably the last act, it gets super serious. Like it,
More serious. I mean, there's still comedic.
I know. I mean, like it gets tense and
Yeah,
things really go down. It doesn't work out too well for the samurai. Like it doesn't like his plan starts to kind of like, oh, that didn't work out.
yeah, and it's because of the new wrinkle of the younger brother of one of the crime lords. He
Yeah,
comes in late in the second act,
comes in a blazing.
and he's much more conniving and ruthless. He also has a gun,
Yeah.
which kind of throws a wrench into his plans. And the guy's really smart,
Oh yeah. The
opposed to
scene,
everybody else he deals with.
the scene where before they catch the samurai, like he's sitting at the table with him, pointing the gun at him, because
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I don't buy it. Like these 6 of these people were killed, and no one here is good at killing people. So I wonder who it is. And he has the gun, and samurai's reaching for his sword, and he's like, nope, 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 no, I don't think so.
And another really smart, subtle thing is he covers the thank you note with the sake bottle.
Yeah,
Another subtle thing of just it's like a chess game
yeah.
between him and the younger brother. Yeah,
And then you
it,
see
it,
like, and then there's a giant in this.
yeah. I was like, holy shit, is it Giant Baba?
There's a giant dude. Like this guy has a crew.
He's big. He's a big boy.
Yeah. And basically the last act is basically him, the samurai, trying to escape, recover, and the ending of this movie rules.
Yeah,
Like, because you seldomly see the samurai actually do anything. He saved that one mother from that group.
hmm
Uh, but aside from that, we didn't really see him do a whole lot of things.
yeah. He does it in like quick flashes. Like he just shows you enough to tell you like he's extremely skilled.
He's a badass, yeah.
Like when he kills the 3 Ushitora men to prove to Seibe that he should be his bodyguard, and that alone carries his reputation for a while.
Yeah.
And
And
then the point where he saves the wife, um, and that was a pretty interesting plan. Where he tells him like, "Holy shit! Like everybody's dead. You need to go
yeah.
tell your brother." And then like goes in and actually kills everybody.
Yeah. I also like before that is when they had the 2 people, like the mother or the wife, whatever, and the other person tied up.
hmm
And then they're running and they're just dragging the one person that's holding him down. Like there was some comedic parts. It was both like sad but also kind of like humorous because these people can't hold this person down with a rope. They have to be dragged like it's like someone on a horse and dragged across.
hmm
But yeah, the ending ruled. It was a big showdown between the samurai, the gunslinger, and the gunslinger's crew. And he just and like you look at the clock and it's like okay, it's an hour 50, and we're an hour and 42 minutes in.
And then that's when your huge action
Yeah, and
sequences.
the huge action sequence is like lightning fast. Like it's
And it,
badass.
and again, I mean that's Kurosawa taking
Yeah,
story structure and being like, I'm going to put the most thrilling climactic part right at the end. We're
yeah,
going to end on the climax. We're not going to have too much of a denouement or anything like that. We're just gonna end with a bang.
Yeah, and there's some like wrap around, like, oh, I'm leaving. See ya.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving.
See you around. And the gunslinger is like, I have no more bullets, and then everyone's like, you do, you liar. So yeah, this I thought this movie like when I first started, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little slow, but it really picked up, and it was actually very interesting. I was more interested in how the chess game was gonna be played. You
Mm-hmm.
know, how this game of wits he was gonna do to kind of swindle these two groups, how that was gonna work out. He was a bodyguard. I mean, there was that innkeeper's bodyguard. I don't know what they're talking about.
And
He
he's like,
doesn't.
I'm a nobody. It's whatever.
Yeah, like I thought this was a pretty damn good one. Pretty good samurai film.
Yeah,
So
again, another Kurosawa samurai movie that if you like westerns, you're gonna love.
yeah,
Um, and I even think of like Blazing Saddles sometimes with certain parts
yeah,
where an outsider comes in and helps the town
yeah.
against the town's will, really.
And the main character, the main actor Mifune, is awesome.
As always.
He's always awesome. I've noticed. I've only seen like what two films of his, and he's awesome in both of them. He's always the highlight of both of them. You notice.
Oh yeah.
Because I had not seen any other Kurosawa films. I wonder if he's a star in the other ones.
He's in. He's actually in a non-samurai Kurosawa movie, at least one, which is I want to say it's the Bad Don't Sleep Well or something like that. I think it's that one. It's either that or High and Low.
Well, during
But he
quarantine,
but he plays like a businessman. Like
wow,
it's so weird when you think of him because he's in. I think he's in Rashomon. He's in Seven Samurai. He's in this. But then you put him as like a businessman.
yeah,
Like,
you gotta
so.
change it up. And then he tears off the suit, and he's a samurai. You know how it works. Uh, so Joe, buy, rent slash stream, or skip.
I'm gonna say it's an easy buy. Um, it's so much fun. Like as long as the only thing anybody has to get over is subtitles.
Yeah,
But the whole movie's great. It's Kurosawa's direction's great. He's great with his actors. He's great with blocking. He tells the story visually as well as with dialogue. Um, and it's just a really enjoyable movie to watch.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
we don't talk about the cinematography like that. There's a very striking scene when the samurai returns to the town near the end, and he's just alone, and there's a far shot of him just standing there
mm-hmm.
with behind the shoulder of the group of villains. Um, I'd say buy as well. I enjoyed this one. I might buy it. Definitely. If you don't want to buy, if you want to just check it out, you can stream it on Criterion. It's also available on HBO Max now.
HBO Max has gotten a lot of stuff I found recently.
Yeah, they have a
There's been
lot
a
of,
lot of movies recently where I'm like, let me see what streaming services they're on, and it's just HBO Go and HBO Max
and I
for
just
like
want
a
to
lot.
remind people, Criterion Connection is not sponsored by anything HBO Max, but if they want to give us the money, I'm not gonna say no. Uh, but HBO Max, like I guess because they also have Turner Classic Movies involved. They have a lot of Criterion on there. Like they basically have like Rashomon and Yojimbo, and they have like M.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have like a lot of Criterion. So if you don't have the
there's
Criterion channel, but
there's now more options.
yeah,
Um,
uh,
yeah, and actually, I have to figure out what's up because my Criterion channel wouldn't stream the movie for me. But luckily, Joe has Yojimbo on DVD already. But
oh,
I have an old copy. I'd
so if
like
you
to
don't,
I'd like to upgrade and get the Blu-ray with Yojimbo and Sanjuro together.
so what you're saying is that instead of streaming, you could just buy it. from the
You could.
Criterion store. Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're both saying buy. So go buy it. I think it's almost July, so there's probably going to be that Criterion sale soon. So, or is it in June? I don't know. You'll check it out definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
if Criterion doesn't have a sale, it'll probably be like Barnes and Noble.
yeah, there's gonna be a Criterion movie sale, and that's why I'm gonna pick up my Yojimbo. Uh, so that's our thoughts on Yojimbo. What's another Kurosawa film that we should do? We should do relatively soon. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe, share, definitely share it. So we get more people watching and more suggestions and more interactions with you guys. Um, yeah. So that's all we have for this edition of Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm still Joe.
and we will see you later.